happy Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, so for everyone, it's how whenever you start out a sentence and you don't know what you're going to say and you just say some generic line like that, like, and you kind of drag everything out. All I was going to say was with our schedules, with my and Mijo's schedules now, Saturday is no longer a recording option, so we're going to be doing this on the Sabbath from now on. So whenever you check in with us, make sure you've coming straight from the Lord's house.
We're podcast sinners here.
Don't be bringing none of your BS into this holy podcast, okay? Before you check in with us, you make sure you get your shit right with the Lord, all right? Because don't bring it to us. This is a Sunday podcast now.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. You
right?
take your Eucharist and you...
Yeah. All that dirty sinning you've done through the week, don't bring that here.
Yeah, so my new schedule, I do work on Saturdays.
But I wish I had the boo.
Yeah, so yeah. It's interesting, my schedule.
You say interesting, I say sucks, because I had to work this Saturday too.
Yeah.
And
it's
working
not fun.
On Saturdays is not fun.
No.
Because then you just have one day for your weekend.
And my schedule is 6/10s. So it's not like, oh, tomorrow I go back to work. It's like, no, I got a 10-hour day tomorrow. And I got a 10-hour days Monday through Saturday. So like, yeah.
Out of here.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. What were you doing yesterday? You were at a remote, you said?
Yeah, I had a remote at our mall here, which is funny because the mall in Oklahoma, I say the mall in Oklahoma like there's only one. The mall in Norman, the mall that everybody goes to, is called Fashion Square Mall. And that's what this mall here is called.
Really?
Where I had, and like the logo even like looks the same.
It's probably all developed by the same people.
Or same company or designer or something. But yeah, I had a remote there.
At the actual mall, like outside GameStop or something? Like what?
No, yeah, it was in the mall and there was like a little it wasn't inside of a actual storefront. It was like an empty storefront that they had filled up with a bunch of local businesses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. It's like highlighting them. So on my breaks, I was like naming off all of the businesses. Santa was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You sit in Santa's lap?
I just said Santa and he said Merry Christmas. And I said, you too, man.
Free and easy.
And then I grabbed him by the hat and I said, if I don't get a PS5, there's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
Dude, that is okay. So speaking of PS5, I don't know where this came from. I have had the urge lately, and when I say lately, I mean like over the past like couple of weeks, like just seeing all the stuff about PS5s. I'm like, I want one, and I don't play video games.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I want one because, and I'm scared to do that. I don't need one. I feel like I'm all over the place right now because whenever I dive into something, I'm locked into it. And I know that if I get a gaming console outside of this Super Nintendo right here,
you're going to buy games.
I'm going to be a different person. Yeah. I'm going to be locked in. I'm going to be spending all my money on points or whatever you do on there.
Yeah.
Skins,
or just buying games. Like they're like $60 a game, 60 to 100, So
it'll change my life for the worst.
Yeah. You won't be going to the gym.
That's all I'll do.
Yeah. Because
Santa kissed your mom once. Damn, son. You let him get away with that? He must have brought you a good ass present that year.
Yeah.
He's like, here's your N64, by the way. I kissed your mom. Be like,
yeah, I mean, especially
can't do the gaming thing, man.
Yeah. Because I have an Xbox and I already barely play. Like there was a game I was really into, and once we started working from home, didn't have to drive home anymore. So as soon as I clocked out, I was back on the Xbox.
Dude, no, Bobby, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with gaming, but I know just with my personality,
Yeah.
it's going to be, it's all I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll get home from work and we'll play it.
Yeah.
And I know.
There's a new Star Wars game coming out, I think next year, and it looks pretty sick. I'm like, am I about to drop $60 on this?
It's so what you have the Xbox, right? You have the
The
Xbox,
Xbox
what?
One.
Get the Oculus.
Oh, you do Oculus boxing.
I'm not a good person.
That's a workout, dude.
To have an Oculus.
You're about to punch through your TV.
Dude, the Oculus is also dangerous for me.
Dude, you're about to go skateboarding. You're about to skateboard with Tony Hawk.
Dude, I do love watching. I do want one of those. That would.
Have you seen the videos where they're like trying to do balancing beams and somebody jumps through the TV?
Yeah, I've seen so many videos like that, so many TikToks. But have you ever put one of those on?
No,
dude. So whenever I was, you remember when I was working with Chael and doing his podcast? One of the times that I went over there, he had one of those, and this was like, how long ago was this?
2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago. So there, it's. I mean, it's still new right now, but like whenever he had got it, I believe it was like
they've been
fresh off the press, or maybe they have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he had just gotten one.
They're just so expensive that nobody's buying them like in bulk right now. Like nobody's like.
It's not like an accessible
exactly.
thing. Yeah,
because you got to get a PC or a computer that runs it quick enough. You know, you need the machine to do it.
Yeah, but he had it and it was like fresh out the box and everything. And he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "We're gonna start a little late today or whatever it was." He's like, "I'm trying to get this thing set up," and he's like, "Can you help me?" And I was like, "I have no idea, but I'll try." So I like put it on and everything, and I'm like, and it's just like a setup screen, you know, but it's like you're in this, like you're looking everywhere.
Yeah.
And like he had this boxing game or this fighting game or whatever, got it set up for him, and then I'm just sitting there watching him, and he's like a real fighter, or used to be like a real fighter, you know, and he's like sitting there like holding these things, like wearing these goggles, like throwing like real ass punches, and I'm like, oh, hold on, let me get over here. I'm trying to catch one to the face. But dude, whenever I had it on, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know there's like some places, like there's that really infamous video where they're playing like Silent Hill or something like that, and they got like they're strapped up in like
so they don't fall,
and
they can run. It's like
they can run. You've seen that video, and they're like and they're trying to run away, but they can't obviously because they're stuck there.
It's like you're putting yourself in a nightmare, or like actually in the game,
or in or in a boxing ring. Obviously, you're not going to get hurt, you know, but it's still cardio.
Yeah. Wait, Huggy, do you have an Oculus?
No, he's got a new dog. That's his exercise.
Is your dog named Oculus? No, your dog's named Berkeley. Or is it Berkeley? Buckley. Video of people riding roller coasters are funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. I don't know if it was Oculus brand, but it was like virtual reality. Remember whenever we went to that arcade place? It was a remote. It was game day with Kyle. Kyle, the singer, he was there.
Oh,
do you remember that? Yes,
I did that. I don't remember you hopping in there.
Dude, that's another thing.
That is another thing.
It's just like it's there's two, with every good thing there's a bad side to it.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be, you'd get one of those and nobody'd see you for 48 hours. Show up to work on Monday and your face is all like sunken in, like you're just dehydrated.
And you haven't slept, your eyes are just like deep in your head. You're just like, yeah.
Your mouth's all dry. You're like, hi.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
I don't know.
It's decrepit.
I'm sore.
Yeah. Speaking of like hot things, though, you put up a little thing on our IG of like who's your first childhood crush.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and thanks for everybody that answered that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. So thank you, Mijo.
Yeah, it was.
So yours was the chick from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, who didn't have a crush on Kelly Kapowski? Can you pull it up? Or should I just put it up on screen right now on my phone?
Just put it up on your phone.
Okay, hold on. It's plugged in. It's charging.
You didn't plug it in last night?
No.
It took me 10 minutes to make that graphic, and not one person or not two people commented on it.
Yeah. So it's the Pink Power Ranger. I forget her name. Kelly Kapowski.
She's just the Pink Ranger.
Kelly Kapowski. Ashley from Fresh Prince. And I forget the last girl's name.
Topanga.
Topanga, dude. I'm dropping a blank. So yeah. I don't know. Who's the other person you've had on there? And I was like, oh, you had Britney.
Britney Spears.
Yeah. I was never, I mean, everyone, like, when that hit me, baby, like, that schoolgirl outfit was something else when you're a teenager. But I was never, like, madly in love with Britney.
Right. It's one of those where you're at that age, you're just figuring everything out, and you're like, and you see that music video, and
I was going to Catholic school, so I saw girls around wearing those outfits. Obviously, not as scantily clad, but
my first grade teacher, Miss
Janota.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's had that one teacher.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah,
I had my freshman year English teacher.
Mine, dude. Thinking back,
she's high up now. I think she's like head of the English department at my first high school. I was like, good for you, but
thinking back, my second grade teacher was a smoke show. I'm not gonna say her name.
I didn't have that many hot teachers.
And like now thinking of her name, it's not spelt the same way. But like if I were to say her name right now, it would just turn into a joke. But she was pretty
it's like Miss Balls Deep.
No. No, she was good looking. Childhood crush. So
Kelly Kapowski. Saved by the Bell. Like, are you like she was?
I didn't watch that much Saved by the Bell.
What was the show you watching that? It's funny because we've had this conversation. I've had this conversation with a lot of people. I didn't watch a lot of cartoons. Like I never watched Hey Arnold. I never really watched Rugrats. I never watched.
You were watching what your brothers were watching.
Yeah, or like I guess wasn't really into cartoons like Cat Dog. I never watched.
Cat Dog.
I never watched SpongeBob. I never watched, but I was watching Fresh Prince. I was watching Power Rangers. I was watching Boy Meets World. I was watching Saved by the Bell. I was never like much cartoons in my adolescence and teenagers, whereas everybody was watching Cartoon Network and Nick at Night or whatever. Like, never did that.
I feel like you mentioned Power Rangers, and I feel like for every young boy, that first time you see the Pink Ranger take off her helmet and flip that hair back, you were like, oh, Bobby wants to know if you're really going to quit fantasy after the season. You're throwing a little temper tantrum.
I'm not quitting fantasy. I'm just really upset.
I'm upset too.
But you're in the playoffs. I had a legitimate chance. I was like, this is a good season for me finally. And I won like 4 or 5 in a row, and now I'm on like a 3-game losing streak. I'm like, this is horse crap,
dude. I think I won 6 or 7 in a row, and and then I got derailed.
Yeah, I do. But you're number 1 in your division.
Not anymore.
What? Yeah. No, I was like, at one point.
Who do you play today?
I got a layup today.
Who do you play?
Christian.
No, Christian's good.
Ricardo.
Dude, the heavy hitters right now, and this is crazy because Cody started out with an 0-4 season, and he's placed at like number 2 right now. He traded and picked his way up to the top, dude.
Yeah. Which is funny because I took one of his prime players and he has been okay for me. And I gave him one of my crappy players and he hasn't played a game since like week 2. It's like, but it's Christian, Bobby, my brother are the top 3 in my league or my division. And then it's Bailey, you, and Cody. I'm like,
where's Christian at? I feel like Christian.
I said Christian's number 1.
Oh, okay.
It's Christian, Bobby, and my brother. 1, 2,
Gotcha.
3. And then it's Bailey, you, and Cody. 1, 2, 3. So it's me, Ray, Freddie, and Ricardo at the bottom 4.
Dang.
As long as I'm not last place, because I ain't trying to buy nobody nothing because I don't got money and I don't want to paint my nails at a work. Well, I guess I wear gloves all day, but everyone's be like, "Why are you wearing paint on your nails?" Because I work a very blue collar job right now.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Dude, I think, and we're too late, and I mean the season's already almost over. But for next year, I think that the loser, well, we all wear different size shirts. I feel like we should have like a shirt or something that says "I suck at fantasy football," even though that's really generic.
yeah.
But here's the kicker: you have to wear that shirt every day for an entire week.
I'm down.
Can't wash it.
Or like a jacket. Get like a nice leather jacket that we could all ship around. Not a leather jacket, but like almost like a Letterman jacket that you can ship around. Just get it big enough for anybody.
I'm just trying to keep the cost low, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the shirt and then having to wear it every single day without washing it, I feel like that's a pretty decent punishment.
Yeah. Christian's won 5 in a row.
Dude, I had won like 6 or 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And then I lost last week.
Yeah, dude.
I was positioned at number 1. If I can win this week,
yeah.
But then next week I got Christian. God.
Yeah.
I just need my players to show up. Dude, and last week it was one of those that hurts because I had the points on my bench. Like one of my receivers that I never play, he had like 40 points, and another receiver had like 30 points, and the receivers I had in like had 6 and 17 or something like that. I was like, God.
Yeah. But
I love the standing on the ramp in a skirt with a sign that says "I suck at fantasy football." Yeah, that's a pretty, like, we've seen that one done a lot. Like, you see the videos, but I feel like that's a good one. But nobody wanted.
I just feel like it's a safety hazard for one.
Yeah, I said whoever the loser is should have to shave their head.
I already shaved my head. You shave your head. Mark shaves his head.
But
Freddie,
I'm growing my hair back out, dude.
Oh, look at that! Look at that little penis forehead.
Yeah. So I'm just.
Mine's coming in.
I always.
So mine's. Right here.
Oh, it's not like mine, dude. Mine is like.
Yeah, there it is. Gilligan's Island over there.
That's that, dude. I'm gonna have that George Costanza or that Larry David by the time I'm 40.
Yeah.
And then I really will have to like shave it.
Yeah. But yeah. Who's your
How'd you like that?
out of those four that you posted, who would you pick as your childhood crush?
Out of those 4, it's either between Topanga or Ashley.
Ashley was pretty cute as a kid. She's still gorgeous to this day.
Yeah. And I'm talking like in those later episodes where like Ashley's like grown. I'm not talking like early episodes where she's like a kid. Like,
but as a kid, I was like,
yeah. It's either Topanga. I'm gonna go with Topanga because I feel like that was like the first one where I was like, Topanga's hot. And then I would get
like the name, you're like Topanga.
Topanga. What an interesting name.
Yeah. Topanga. Kelly Kapowski was
and I was always staying mad at Corey. Like,
he was a dummy.
Like, quit being such a bitch, dude.
Lizzie McGuire.
I
never watched her show. I never watched Lizzie McGuire.
I don't think I was super into Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. What's her name in real life?
Hillary Duff.
Yeah, she's gotten better with age.
Has she?
She's great. She's great.
She had a thing a couple years ago where she was like, her kids were at soccer practice or something, and there was a guy there taking pictures, like a photographer, and she like filmed herself like going up to like confronting him and stuff, and it was an issue because he was a black man, and it was. When was that? Or was that Hillary Duff? I don't know who it was. It might not have been her. I think it was her. I don't know. I don't think she said anything racist. I think people were just giving her a hard time because the dude was like, "Hey, I'm out here practicing photography," and she's like, "Those are my kids. You're a pervert," or something like that.
Yeah, it's hard. I can only imagine what it's like being a celebrity. Like you're just another person, but everyone wants to know everything about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Topanga. Who are you going with? Pink Ranger or
Kelly?
Kelly? Yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah. She was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Are all those people still alive?
Yeah.
How old are they?
50s?
They're in their 50s.
Probably late 40s, maybe? Because what, been 20-something years and they were in their 20s?
Dude.
I'll bet you the girl who plays Ashley's early 40s, maybe late 30s. Topanga is early 40s, mid 40s. Kelly Kapowski, mid 40s. Pink Ranger has to be in her 50s, but I don't know what she looks like now.
Isn't it weird getting old?
You know, the girl who played the Yellow Ranger died.
Really?
Because you know how like Power Rangers, there's like different generations of Power Rangers. Like we were the original Power Rangers.
We're talking about the
yeah, but after because I think their generation only ran for like 4 or 5 seasons, and she died right after. She got in a car wreck.
Damn.
Yeah, so the Yellow Ranger. She was
R.I.P. Yellow Ranger.
Yeah. Wait, is Katie? Oh,
dang! You putting her on blast?
wait. Wait,
dang.
Wait, Huggy, is Katie living with you, or are you living with Katie? Like, what's going on?
Dang, he just out in Katie right now. She's probably thinking
Katie.
like, "Oh, okay, he's sneaking out real quick."
It's funny because I know Katie, you know Katie, Huggy knows Katie, but some people don't know Katie.
Katie, you busted. Everybody knows about your little thing now. Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
You got to text her real quick.
Yeah,
like,
me? She don't talk to me no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. She just don't.
Oh, I know what happened. I remember.
No, because she texted me, I think last year at some point.
Oh.
But she hasn't hit me up in forever.
What's up, freaks? Oh man.
Yeah. But
okay.
Should we maybe Katie needs some advice. She needs to call in, but
or maybe she doesn't need any advice.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she's out here living her best life.
She needs some advice to be a little bit more stealthy.
But here, she could have been stealthy. Not every person that has like I don't want to call it a one-night stand because I don't know what it was. But every person that has someone stay over doesn't usually have another person in the next room watching a live podcast.
Yeah.
It's putting them out there like that. Oh, man.
Oh, Huggy.
Our Tinder game is strong. That's funny. We got to make that a clip.
Yeah.
Tag her in it.
Yeah.
Or actually, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But we have another voicemail.
Yeah, we do.
Last week, we launched our new segment called Idiot Advice.
Oh.
What? Judge my life.
We're not judging.
Hey, man, you got to take
get juicy in here.
Yeah. Let's get Katie on here.
Yeah.
Get the full rundown on this guy.
Yeah. Send her the link. Katie on the pod.
So what you doing?
Yeah.
So last week we started a new segment called Idiot Advice because we're both idiots and we like giving people advice.
Yep.
And if you want to call in, the number is 989-372-0815.
You leave a voicemail.
Leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the podcast. Oh, there she is.
There she is.
There she is. Oh, that was her that said "Don't judge me." I thought that was Huggy.
No, that's her.
Yeah, I didn't read the name. Hey, that's all right. No judgment. I can't tell you how many times.
Put a smile on that face, like that.
Cheers to you. So we got a new voicemail this week with someone wanting some advice. So let's get into it. You want to?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, guys, it's Ben, and the advice that I need is that I'm a recent homeowner. Just bought a house in September, and the place is old and definitely needs a remodel. We knew that going into it. And I'm pretty much doing most of it myself, like, like floors or like painting cabinets and things like that. And so the advice I'm looking for is how do you like make something unique and cool and original and tasteful while also making it to be sold, like make it appeal to buyers, because this is definitely like an investment for us, and we're planning to sell it in 3 years when we move. So, but I hate how everything's so generic nowadays. Like everything is gray and white, and every remodeled house, like even we went into when touring, looked exactly the same. And I just don't want it to look exactly the same. I want it to stand out from the rest, but I also want people to like it. Anyone have any advice? Anyone struggle with this? Pete, I know you're a new homeowner. Have you given this thought? Also, this is a lame question. You don't even have to put it on the show. Bye.
Well, first off, it's not a lame question. I was taken because whenever you ask for getting people to call in to give advice, I was not expecting this route.
Okay.
But I like it, and it's refreshing because
I'm a homeowner and you're not.
Yeah.
So
so we're gonna have two different pieces of advice. So you go first since you are a homeowner.
Yeah. So thank you for the question.
Thanks for calling in.
I would say that, as unfortunate as it is for like resale values, from what I've noticed, is that when you do resell, a lot of people want to put their own flair in it when they do buy it. So maybe add some like accent walls or accent trims, or like the hardware on your cabinets that's easily changeable. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
To like spice it up that way, whereas like making it unique in your own way, be like, oh, I want lime green cabinets, which is a pain in the butt if someone wanted to remodel it, redoing all your cabinets, whereas they could replace hardware easier. Or a trim, like it's easier to take out trim on a ceiling than it is to repaint a whole room. But it is whites, grays, blacks, navy blues right now. Unless it's like your forever home, then you can do whatever you want. But I feel like people want to be able to put their own flair on it eventually if you're going to resell it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and knowing that this, because he said this isn't their forever home, they bought it as an investment. They're going to sell it in a couple of years. So I'm with you. I would leave it not leave it, but I would fix it up to what is going to sell, with your neutral tones, your grays, your blacks, everything. Like basically just a blank canvas. Mm-hmm. And then while you're living there, you can spice it up with things like your own artwork, or not your own artwork, but like stuff that you want to hang on the walls, or like your different color accent pillows, or like your sofa is a statement piece. But as far as like the house goes, leave it how it's going to be able to resell, what's appealing to the market. Or you can do whatever you want to right now, and then before you sell it, remodel it again. I mean, there's a couple different options.
Or if you wanted to spice it up, that like wood is always nice. People like wood. So if you were going to like, even let's say this wall behind me right here, almost design like a frame and not staple it, like nail it to the wall and create like wooden slats to create like a wood room. But if someone didn't want it, they could take the nail out and take that down.
It's an easy thing to take down.
And somebody might be like, oh, that's a wooden room, or like there's wooden slats behind, or like herringbone. You know what herringbone is?
I've heard that, but I don't think that I know.
So it's like wood where it's like angled like this, and so there's like a triangle or like a pyramid,
I know
and
what you're
then
talking
like
about.
the next piece is up, and then the next piece is down.
Yep.
So you can create that like as a backsplash, like they do herringbone tile on kitchens, which is like someone's like, that's actually not that bad. And I was actually just talking to my realtor who I bought this house. We went and had coffee, and I was like, as far as reselling homes, what is like 2 or 3 things that people want? Because I've been looking at not redoing, but like reinforcing my foundation. I've been thinking about redoing my foundation just because, like, in San Antonio, we're clay soil, so houses move quite often. When it rains a lot, the clay softens, the house moves, and when it dries up in the summer, the house moves again. And she's like, nobody gives a shit about foundations. Like, if you want resale value, like redo your kitchens and redo your bathrooms. And I was like, okay. So like now I'm thinking like with my new gig and wherever I go, like I'm gonna save up to redo my kitchen one step at a time, like cabinets, stoves, countertops, and stuff like that.
Yeah. And just those things that is going to be an additional selling point.
Yeah. So if you want to do like instead of like just a generic vinyl countertop, maybe do like wooden countertops in your kitchen, add some flair, but a wood is pretty neutral unless you're doing like, obviously you wouldn't paint like a good cedar neon green or neon yellow, right? You'd want the natural wood finish.
Yeah.
So that's a way to add flair, but still keep it kind of neutral.
Yeah. Or
sense.
you know what you could do? This reminds me, us talking about this reminds me of Queer Eye.
Yeah.
With who's the guy that does the
Bobby.
It's Bobby.
Bobby's not our Bobby, a different Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. What's his last name? Bobby Burke?
Yeah.
Bobby Burke. I would watch a bunch of his shit because every single thing that he's redone, like on those episodes, I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
And like, obviously it's going to have resale value. But once again, if you keep everything generic that you know is going to have resale value and then just make it your own with like your furniture or accent pieces or wall art, that's a way for you to like know that you're still going to be able to have the resale value, but also not feel like you're living in a gray house for 3 years.
Also, like, I know it's expensive. We're very adult topic here. But like windows, like big window, like people just want light in their house, natural light. So like one thing people could do is just like maybe open up a wall and create an extra window. So even though like, it might be gray or white or black, there's at least natural sunlight hitting a certain part of the room that lightens it up in general. So like me and Ben were talking the other day and there was like a garage door that had like, you know how like generic garage doors have like, and it's nice because like this is the house I sent him was like in a nice gated community. And I was like, oh, look at this house. But the garage door, most garage doors have the windows at the top, right? So you'll have your garage door and the windows are at the top to let in light into the garage door. But this one, the windows on the garage door were vertical on one side of the garage door. So it was 4 windows, almost looked like a door into the garage door, but it wasn't. It was like windows. But I'm like,
I can see that.
Someone could easily break in too. It depends on the neighborhood you live in.
I mean, you can really break into any garage door. Like those things are like hella like if you really want to. Like
no, this was like a hard wooden garage door, and they had put the glass. I don't know if it's bulletproof glass where you can't break into it. I don't know. Most people don't put bulletproof glass,
right?
But yeah, that's a nice way to like make the front of the house look different as well. You're like, oh, look at that garage door. I like that. But again, having a specialty garage door like that is expensive.
But yeah, having it as an investment, like 3 years, just do what you know is going to sell, and flare it up with some of your own things.
Yeah, maybe not so much colors, but textures. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like woods, or like
I feel like, dude, with a lot of places, like just adding a new, really nice backsplash, like behind the sink, that does so much. And
Or
you might
like the
already have a
hardware.
backsplash.
Or hardware be like, oh, here's a new sink or like a water spout in your bathroom. Like these are kind of fancy and new. You know what I mean?
Fancy doorknobs, fancy
Yeah.
water spouts, fancy all
Yeah.
that little
Hardware.
stuff.
Yeah. The little
Yeah.
cabinet handles or like,
Yeah. That does a lot too.
yeah. Cause right now, like my bathroom is just like a white sink with a fake brownish countertop and like brown cabinets in my bathroom. Like, even if I just change these to navy blue, my bathroom would look a million times better.
Way better.
Yeah. Because again, it's easy to change a navy blue and be like, that's actually not that bad. But if you did like an orange in your bathroom, it's like the orange has to match whatever else is in the
Like
bathroom.
your towels and shower curtain and bath mat and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can't just have like orange cabinets and like a bathtub that's 10 years old. You're like, well, I need to spruce up this. I want like a gray tiled shower to match the orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you still have a generic white basic bathroom, like a navy blue, won't clash too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just look up like what is like trending.
It's hard.
What's
It's
selling.
hard being a homeowner, man.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, it's a lot of decisions that need to be made. Because like my house has this like bumpy ass wall that I hate. I'm like, this is such a 1980s thing to like add texture to rooms. It's like, this is what you guys thought of? This bumpy ass wall, like,
or like the popcorn ceilings.
Yeah, I don't have popcorn ceilings, but it is textured ceilings as well. I'm like, why would people do that? Like, why was this cool in the 80s? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yo, there's a lot of things you can do, but if you do know that you're going to resell it, do what you know is going to resell.
It wasn't the advice.
Do what you know is going to resell and just make it bearable to live in with your own.
Yeah. Or if you want idiot advice, burn it down and start over.
Yeah. Paint everything.
Yeah.
Paint everything bright orange.
Yeah. Because it was funny growing up in our neighborhood, the house I grew up in, there was a house across the street and it's still there. I think it's still there, but they painted their house.
Oh, there we go.
Hot
That's what it's
pink.
all about. Hot pink.
Hot pink. The outside of the house was hot pink, and I was like, "What are you trying to do?" Like, granted, you want to stand out in this neighborhood, but
I feel like
now you kind of just look like a jerk because everyone's like, it just throws you off. You're like, what the? It could cause an accident. You're like, it was a corner house on a stop sign. So it's like a 4-way stop and there's a pink house. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that?
Dude, I've seen a lot of houses like that. And typically what I've seen, like personally, I've seen in a lot of Hispanic neighborhoods, you see more of the bright colors on like the outsides of the houses.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, I'm like, why? Like, is it just like a personal preference? Is it like a culture thing? Is it just like what? Yeah, because you see those, you'll like pass like a bright pink house, and there'll be one that's like lime green, and then the other one's like bright orange. I'm like, what?
Even in this neighborhood, like down the road, I don't know what color it is. I want to say it's periwinkle. It's almost like a purplish green. It's weird.
Blue.
I'm like,
it's more of a blue.
I don't know. Look up periwinkle on Google.
Oh, I've looked up periwinkle a lot. Trust me.
Also, it's a dumb name. Like whoever thought that name. But I'm like, why would you paint your house that color? Like it doesn't. And obviously, you don't need to match. Like it's your own house, but it just like stands out so differently that you're like, what is this person thinking?
Yeah. Why do that?
Yeah. No, it wasn't that color. It was not that color. Nope, it's not that color. It's darker. Type in lavender. A lavender house. Oh.
Here you go, Ben. Do that.
Yeah. It actually might work because he's about 10 miles from Oregon, or University of Oregon. No, it's almost like that, but darker, like a dark purple. I'm like, what?
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Again, if it was my forever home and it matched the neighborhood, but like I wouldn't like. Obviously, it's hard to do it in like subdivisions that are HOA owned.
Yeah, this is green. Ben, with the area that you live, is there like a homeowners association there? Are there like things that you have to follow, like rules you have to follow for the outside? My guess is no, because you said your house is green, unless every other house is green. Like, you move into like those certain like neighborhoods and stuff, and they're like, okay, here's the color palette. Like everything has to be like
Yeah.
this type of finish. Like you can't
Yeah.
have any garden gnomes. What a weird concept. Homeowners association. It's just like people like all live in the same neighborhood, and they're like, okay, these are the rules, or you're gonna get a fine. What?
Yeah, it's dumb.
What is that?
It's dumb. It's
Is that no, it's dark forest green, so it looks nice, but no rules. Cool.
yeah.
Or you could have, if you want to get crazy, every room could have a theme.
Yeah, but that's like rich stuff. Like, you know, like if I was rich enough and I had like a 6-bedroom house, I'd be like, this is the blue room, and this is for reading, and this is the green room where you go meditate.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, the next spot that I live in, granted, we're not talking about homeowner stuff anymore because I'm still at the renting phase of my life. But the next place that I have, I'm gonna get a 2-bedroom like you have, so I can have just a podcast room.
Yeah.
And I want to get like, because we watch all these like other podcasts, and I just want to have like a cool backdrop. Like I want shelves with like like a little Jerry Garcia Funko Pop or something on it,
Yeah, like proper cameras, not computer cameras.
Yeah. So I definitely want a podcast room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that answered your question, Ben.
Yeah. Burn it down if you don't like it.
Burn it down. Make a Batman room. Make a Superman room.
Adult topics. We don't do it often.
Oh.
We talk about one night stands.
That was hilarious. She jumped in. She said,
yeah, don't judge my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've known Katie for years, and I'm not throwing shade or anything, but Katie hasn't messaged me in a minute. And I was like, I wonder what's going on.
Well, when was the last time you messaged her?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, the tea is hot. The coffee's hot.
My coffee's empty.
Yeah, same.
It feels good being back on coffee, though.
It is great,
dude. I've been going through this phase where
I got some really,
and this is why I like got back into coffee. It seems that it doesn't matter anymore how much sleep I get. I could get 4 hours, or I could get over 8 hours. And every time that I wake up, it's like I have to pry my eyes open. It's like there's no amount of sleep that, and this is like in the past like month. It's just like I cannot wake up. Like I cannot get started.
Dude, I've been having trouble getting to sleep. I haven't slept.
Dude, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, this whole week it's been a struggle, and staying asleep. Like every night this week since last Sunday, I've woken up. I've gone to bed like around 9 or 10 because now I get up at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to bed at like 9 or 10, wake up at midnight, wake up at 2, wake up at 3, and then my alarm goes off like 4:30.
God.
And I'm like, why can't I just sleep? Like,
dude, that's the worst. Do you listen to no? You listen to classical music?
Yeah, I listen, or like meditation music where it's just like humming. Like when you go get like a massage, it's like
those binaural. Have you heard of those? Binaural. It's either binaural or binaural. I think it's binaural beats.
It's easier when you have headphones in, but I just
you have to have headphones.
But I just have a speaker. I have one of those speakers, and I got it's like a pole bed frame. Mm-hmm. So the cord loops around the hole or the piping. So I have my speaker there, and I just put meditation sounds. I switch it up. Like sometimes it's classical music, sometimes it's meditation, like hums or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's always with rain sounds.
Dude, the rain. I can't sleep without rain sounds. Like I'm ruined. Like,
yeah,
I have to have rain sounds. And then,
but I showed you the
do
iPhone
you have a sleep
app, right?
mask at all?
No,
dude, you got to get a sleep mask.
Well, I go to bed when it's dark and I wake up when it's dark.
No, but the sleep, it's a different level of dark.
But I showed you that app on the where it's like an iPhone trick.
Oh yeah, you did show me.
Yeah.
I never use my iPhone. I always get on my TV in my room and go to YouTube, and there's like a whole
10-hour stream.
dude. And I saw that. I'll send this I'll send this thing to you that I found on TikTok. This guy showed. Well, hold on. Let me back up here with the original thought that I had. So like with rain sounds, there's this dude. There's so many different channels with rain sounds, and you can make like hell of money having those because you just upload them, and then it's like you get paid per view, and every single one of them has like 20,000, 14,000, 50,000.
Huh.
And so I found this TikTok just randomly, and it was like, hey, you want to start making some extra income on YouTube? And he was like showing this like place where you can go to get free like fire sounds or nature sounds or rain sounds. He's like, these are royalty free. You can download them, upload them to YouTube, put a black screen on them. And he was like, just get extra revenue. So I'm going to look into that. I'll send it to you. Dude, I'll create a fucking YouTube channel called Bird Rain Sounds, sleep your ass off.
Just split the profits.
Yeah, dude, just
yeah. I like rain sounds, or I like creek sounds, like
like flowing water.
Yeah, that feels great.
Tell Leanne to close the door when he pees. Look, hey,
that's a guy thing. Yeah, we're in and out in 30 seconds to 45 seconds.
And I feel like you guys are both in the same house right now, so why not just be like, hey, close the door when you pee?
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys got to set up some rules.
Yeah.
Some roommate rules.
Yeah.
Are you roommates? I don't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And they were roommates. You know that I'm talking about? That guy turns around. He's like, oh my God, they were roommates.
Yeah.
Close the door when you pee. But do you need to close the door when you pee? I would think that the biggest thing would be like raise the seat when you pee.
Yeah, I get a lot of flack for that when the lady's over.
Yeah. Dude, even when I raise the seat, like if any like splashes like on like not the seat, but like the actual she's like, there's pee on that. I'm like, yeah, it's a toilet.
Yeah. Dating.
You ever sit down when you pee?
No.
Never? Like even in the middle of the night?
No.
Like you never like get up and then you're just like, oh, I don't want to stand and like turn on the light and try to
It's fine.
pee on the seat. It's your seat. Hey, do your thing.
No, I don't. Maybe once in a blue moon, but it's usually because like I think it's number 2.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's actually just number 1.
I saw like, like those signs that say like live, laugh, love, and they're like in that font type thing. I saw one of those. I can't remember where, but it said number 2 is always, what did it say? The concept was every time that you go number 2, you always go number 1. So it was like number 2 is always number 1 time, but number 1 isn't always. It was, oh God, I'm butchering it, but you get the concept. It's like poo-poo time is always pee-pee time. Pee-pee time is never poo-poo time or something.
Yeah.
It was so like dumb. It made me laugh my ass off. I should have saved it.
Yeah, I saw a shirt the other day. Instead of Bath and Body Works, it said Back and Body Hurts, and I was like, I kind of want that shirt.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, why? Yeah, especially with this new gig, I'm on my feet for 10 hours a day, and like I get the last couple of days I've gotten home and like my feet are just like it's good. Blue collar work is, again, I'm not opposed to hard work or anything, but I'm like, all right, this is what
it's different than sitting at a computer for
sitting at a computer for 8-10 hours a day in a studio. It's like no.
Moving around.
I'm moving around. Dude, my steps, I haven't been counting them, but I work
dude, you go to your health app.
I know, I need to set it up, but I've been
you don't have to set it up. It just like tells you.
What? Let me go. Let me see.
Like today, I've had 30 steps so far today.
What does it look like? The health app.
It's like a heart It's this guy right here. And just says health. Unless you've deleted it. It just like comes automatically on your
I might have deleted it.
on your iPhone. You might have. But it'll tell you how many steps you get, assuming you have your phone in your pocket.
Found it.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I would say that I've probably taken 30 steps today, so it sounds pretty accurate so far.
What was it? Where's it say my daily? Today, today I've taken about 4,000 steps.
What have you been doing?
I went for a walk this morning with the dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, I'm such a bad pet owner. I haven't taken Gabby out yet today.
Yeah, no, I
slept in.
Where's it? Where's my daily? Oh, there it is.
It's the compelling content we need.
Friday, I took 13,000 steps yesterday. Wait,
there you go.
Friday. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yesterday, I did 11,000 steps.
My guy is moving.
Thursday, I did about 7,200 steps. Wednesday, I did 5,000. So you can tell when I started working.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Friday, yeah, I was running around this warehouse all day. Just like, hey, go get this, go get this. And I was like, same hallway, 13,000 steps. I don't know how many miles that is.
So 10,000 steps is 5 miles.
Oh, so I did over 5 miles on Friday.
Or at least that's what the Fitbit website says. I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah.
It seems like that's probably off, but
good for me. Look at me.
Good for you. Getting those steps in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
compelling content here.
Yeah, that's the compelling content we need. How many steps we got in?
Yeah.
What else? I had a thought. Oh yeah. So earlier when we were talking about, you mentioned the shirt that says my back and body hurts. We're in that age group now where things are starting to hurt, starting to hurt. But we're also still young enough to where if you communicate that to someone older, like in their 40s or their 50s, they're like,
yeah,
just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to, like, this is a rite of passage here. Okay. I'm in my 30s now. I want to complain about my knees popping. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me into the club. Let me in.
Yeah.
How old do I have to be?
Yeah.
And then when we're in our 40s and 50s, we're going to hear somebody in their 30s be like, oh, my back hurts. We're going to be like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, let me in the club. Let me in the my back and my knees hurt club.
Yeah.
These are the clubs we're trying to get into.
I don't. Yeah, personally, I don't care. But
no, I don't care either. It's just funny.
Yeah, because there's some people who've runners who've been running their whole lives and like they're 32 and it's like my knees. I've had surgery on my knee twice already. It's like,
shot. Oh, dude. Sorry, I'm not trying to shut this short, but I just realized it's 1 o'clock here and we have football games on.
Yeah. All right.
So we need to start looking at these
scores.
I act like looking at the app helps. Yeah. Or like even watching the game helps. Like what's gonna happen is gonna happen,
But
$500 is on the line though.
Yeah, I could use that.
God, it's not looking good for me, dude. God. It's early.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the episode.
Got anything else?
I don't.
We'll pop this up one more time.
Yeah.
Idiot advice. You want some.
Yeah. Anything. PC, one night stands, house remodel, whatever.
Whatever. We got you.
We got you.
I feel like we do give pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Why not? Or at least we think it's good.
Yeah.
Ben seemed like a happy customer today.
Yeah. Fuck them haters.
Yeah. Yeah. So hit the line. And I've had people call and not like there's been a few people that have called it and not left a message. So if you're just commit. I know it's scary, but it's not actually me answering. It's
and you don't have to use your real name.
Yeah, you can stay anonymous.
Yeah.
5 stars. Thank you, Ben. All right. Yeah. We will be back next week. Sundays from now on.
Lord's Day. Keep your sins out of here. We
Yeah.
got our own sins to think about.
Yeah. Should we? Now I always am wanting to retitle this podcast. We should do it like Sunday
Yeah.
service or Sunday
Sinner Sundays.
Sitter Sunday. It is a catchy title.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll think about it.
Sundays
All
with
right.
Satan.
No. You keep that out of here, Mijo. Not in this house. All right. Let's go watch some football.
All right.
All right. I hope all your teams win today. And I hope you do good in fantasy if you play fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week. Later,
everybody.
Everybody.